Hey everybody, Joe Howard here. I'm going to take you through the next step of this equation of focus intensity over time equals momentum. But today we're going to talk about two important factors that you must understand that will allow us not to accomplish the momentum that we're looking for, and that is fear and criticism. Let's think about it for a second. We have fear, the fear of not knowing if we're going the right direction. In the last video I talked about a squirrel running across the road and they don't know which way they want to run. So they're running this way and they're running back that way and they just don't know. Their mind is so undecided that they get hit by the car. See, that is where we fail. See, we got to take ourselves to the next step. We need to understand that we need to bolt across that road 100%. We need to basically eliminate fear and criticism that come to our lives. Many of you guys start a program. Many of you guys are boot campers that start off and people criticize you to start our boot camp. Why? I'll tell you why that is exactly. It's because, see, when you start to change your life and start to look better and feel better, they see all the flaws that they have in their life, so there's nothing better to do than criticize you to make their butts look good or their life look good. Does that make sense? So what we got to understand is how these come to play in our lives. Fear and criticism will ultimately make us crash and burn. Fear will actually cause us to freeze. And when you freeze, everything else around you freeze. So we got to learn how to work through fear. Fear is one of those common things that all of us face. When you understand that fear is not a bad thing and fear is a good thing, and so is criticism, you will actually learn how to work forward and get the better results that you want. Now, let's talk about this for a second. Fear is something that sets in when we're in that unknown zone. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if we're making the right decision. See, we need to take one corrective action and push towards it, which is that focus intensity, going across the road. When we can reach the other side, we know we push our focus intensity over time across that road to hit the other side. That's the momentum that we want to get the other side. But the key is we got to keep focusing on intensity, keep pushing forward to get the results that we want. We can't stop once we reach our goals. We got to have a focus on intensity, keep moving forward, and keep the goals that we want. Now, criticism on the other hand, let's talk about this a little bit more. See, criticism is where most people will cut us down. They tell us that we can't do it or whatever it might be. Do you realize that criticism is actually people telling you that you're doing the right thing? Think about it. How many famous singers do you know? How many famous people in the world do you know? And how much are they criticized? They could be the top 2% of the most millionaires in the world, like Donald Trump, or they could be like Michael Jackson or whoever it is. See, these guys are criticized all the time, all the time. But think about it. Let's think about some singers that we don't really hear much of anymore. Let's think about, let's see, I'm trying to think of some good ones. I don't know, maybe you could think of some singers that you once heard of. They're kind of famous, they had this little blow up time period, and now they're gone. They fell off the edge of the earth. You don't hear about it anymore. See, the key is they don't move with focused time and intensity to get the momentum they want, so what happens is they don't get criticized. How can you get criticized when you kick back on the couch and gain weight? And you're sitting there with your friend who's doing the same thing. You don't get criticized by them because you're doing the same thing they're doing, right? See, when you stand out and you do something different, that is when you get criticized. So we gotta understand that to have focused intensity over time to create the momentum that we want, we understand that fear and criticism are normal in this circumstance. We gotta understand that fear is normal. We learn how to work through fear and learn how to push through fear without having it as an obstruction in our way so we can get to the other side of that road. Also, criticism means that you're moving forward. Criticism means that you're doing the right thing to get the results that you want. If you're being criticized, I give you a high five because you are doing the right thing. Criticism happens all the time in my life, and it's because I push forward. I sit here today in this conference room shooting videos for you guys to get the results I want. There's many other trainers that criticize my videos. I don't care. I know I'm getting you guys the results that you want, and that is exactly what we need to do. Criticism means that you're moving forward, and criticism is like them giving you a high five in a weird kind of way. Take time right now and start learning how to work through fear and criticism as I teach you guys how to work through these two areas so you can accomplish amazing results this coming year.